Yeah, we use each other to rally. We know our talent level. We have all the faith in the world in our offense, in our defense, in our special teams, and so it's just a matter of making sure we're all clicking and we're all doing what we need to do to be clicking on game day. So like I said before, you live and you learn, and we. Uh, the rally just comes from within. We're all extremely competitive. In the weight room, in the locker room, out on the practice field. We all want to, be the best. And it's happened before last year with Stanford, and I think something, we may have gotten a little bit too comfortable after that win as well. And so we've learned from that mistake, and we're just going to move forward and make sure that we're, doing everything we can this week so that we come out and show everybody who we really are.
Have you guys played your best football yet?
I don't think so. We Idaho State, Fresno State, obviously were incredible games on all in all three phases, but Michigan, special teams was big in Michigan, defense was big in Michigan. We're just waiting for that offense to click, and I think it's going to happen. So when that does, it's going to be a scary moment for other people.
Do you feel yourself taking a little more accountability as a captain this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel a lot of responsibility. Tom as well. I think Tom could have easily been the special teams captain as well, just because we're in charge of field position and we're in charge of a lot of points. And so yeah. I've always tried to be the best at what I do, and if that's lead the special teams, then I've tried to understand every aspect of the game, even phases that I'm not on, punt return, kickoff return, and just make sure that whatever I'm doing is making everyone else better.
Talking to you in the past, obviously you strive for perfection. What does it do to you? How frustrated are you when you miss a kick like that in that game?
Well, nobody's perfect. Conditions obviously aren't optimal, and so I've had to learn to make some adjustments on the fly. And I've before Michigan, I've never really been in that kind of a situation where you have some swirling winds, and you need to read the wind and really that really takes effect on the ball and the way you kick it and where you're aiming and whatnot. And so it's nice to get them out of the way. It's nice to have a couple misses, pressure's off a little bit for that perfect season, and you don't really learn unless you make a mistake. And so I made that mistake for the first kick and then made the right adjustments, and don't plan on making that mistake again.
I'm sure when a guy like Ishmael Adams comes up, you kind of pay attention to his return ability. I mean, do you kind of take some responsibility for kind of holding him to a quiet night next week?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's our job. Mine and Tom's job is make sure that he doesn't get many return yards, if any, and that's just executing, our kicks and punts and making sure that we kick them where they're supposed to be kicked. I have full faith in our coverage unit and everyone else on the special teams. So, yeah, he's a great returner, but we face great returners every single week. So.
I think I'm right in saying that you are getting a better percentage of touchbacks this year. What have you kind of worked on in trying to get more length on some of those kicks?
Well, last year was my first year playing, and so there are a little bit, a couple kinks that I was trying to work out in my kickoff game. It's a game of inches for kickers, and so one step too big and you hit the ball a little bit, or one step too small and you pull it left, and so it's just kind of been honing in that the proper technique, the proper steps, and then with Coach Hill leaving, some different schemes. We were mixing things up quite a bit last year, and so this year, so far it's just been kick the ball and let's cover it if it's short, and whenever the coaches come up with a different scheme, I'm going to try and execute it. But yeah, it's been off-season strength training, it's been a lot of different things, but more just getting comfortable being out there and learning how to kick the ball properly.
Kickers generally get a bad rap for being that last defender on the field, but then you come out there and have this nice tackle. What can't you do? Do you just come out there and just show that you're willing to do anything for the team?
Yeah, absolutely. I talked to Coach Scally, who's in charge of the kickoff unit, and I'm a bigger guy, I'm a bigger kicker, and I feel like I'm a little bit more athletic than your average kicker, and so I told him I want to be used in any way to help cover as well, not just be a safety who stands flat-footed and gets burned every time someone gets past the normal coverage, and so I'm working hard to make sure that I get up there and fill those gaps where I'm supposed to, and as much as I enjoy just kicking a ball, I like running down there and getting a little contact as well. And so I was happy to finally connect on a tackle on Saturday. That was a lot of fun.